Anisha. I am honored to present Dr. Anisha Kapoor. The first thing I want to say is simply, we will miss you. I tried to convince her to stay for a fourth year of residency, but surprisingly she declined. Dr. Kapoor was born in India, grew up in Dubai, and then went into medical school in Russia. Most of you who know Dr. Kapoor know a lot of her impressive accomplishments, from winning prizes in Indian classical dance to a first-place cardiology poster presentation, to her great commitment and love of medicine and patients. Her husband mentions even when she is supposed to be resting, she continues to study, research, and discuss patient treatment options. One of Dr. Kapoor's favorite people said being different isn't a bad thing. It means you're brave enough to be yourself. In the last year that I've worked with Dr. Kapoor as a faculty physician, she has exemplified this. She strongly advocates for patients, she challenges the way that you think about things, and she has shown courage. She shared so much of herself with the residency program, from how to be an outstanding physician to her artistic talents, her delicious vegan food, to how to be a great mother. I think it's a great tribute that you have so many of your family and your friends here that are supporting you and that have traveled, and I see your son over there. And I remember him coming to the resident retreats and being kind of this ray of sunshine, and it was really, really nice to see how you interacted with him during those trips. Her husband says that she nicely balances the role of being an excellent mother and wife. As far as our 5-year-old son is concerned, she kept track of everything. I simply executed the tasks delineated to me by her. Dr. Atul Kapoor also said, I am grateful to her as I learned so many things from her every day. I thought I would ask for some help in speaking about Dr. Kapoor because I could not do her justice by myself. Someone that has had the privilege of being her mentor from the beginning, has seen her progress throughout the residency, and has been an inspiration to many of us. May I ask for Dr. Prouty to come help present Dr. Anisha Kapoor.
First met Anisha Kapoor about 3.5 years ago, and I remember parts of our conversation, and I'm going to share them as I remember them. I won't guarantee every detail is correct, and she'll get the last word. But my job in interviewing prospective residents was to get an idea if they thought about the whole person, not just the medical illness. So I would present or have them interview me as someone who was seeking drugs, and with a backstory to why I was doing that, but it's just to see how far they could get with that. And I remember Anisha had just come, I think it was back from India, so she was still suffering from jet lag. And I gave her the job of interviewing me, and she didn't get to my backstory at all. She was focused on the pain treatment and what to do with it so that she didn't have to give me narcotics, which is what I was demanding. One little problem she had with that was that she couldn't remember the American term for an alternative pain medication. Motrin. But, things have gone on for men over the last 3 years. I have seen her growing in her role as a family physician, and it's been a tough job as a mother, as a wife, and as a resident to balance all those things. I think for her, at least when she's talking to me, for her, the resident job was pretty obvious. You just do what you have to do there. And she focused on what her goal really in life was, and that was to try and decrease suffering in the world. She wanted to help people that way. But of course the problem there is the ability to balance that with your family and make sure that they're not suffering because of you're relieving other people's suffering. And I think Anisha did that quite well. Things, again, had changed considerably. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I'm not sure exactly the time, I was reading through a history and physical that Dr. Kapoor had written, and it was on one of my personal longtime patients. And I was reading it, and in the social history form, I thought, where did that come from? I didn't know that. How did she find that out? So she at least has exceeded one of her teachers in her ability to focus on all of medicine, all of our families. I'm happy to have been able to be part of your life over the last 3 years, Anisha. Thank you.
Well, long awaited and well deserved diploma.
Dear Dr. Nelson and Dr. Crowdy, thank you so much for the kind words of appreciation. We've had some top-notch graduation speeches. Dr. Nelson, Dr. Ahmad are some of the ones that I have strongly stuck with me. I will keep mine simple. Today's June 18th. It's very interesting that 3 years ago, we started our residency orientation. We were in Midland. It was my birthday, and today is June 18th, and I'm graduating this day, or our graduation ceremony is on this day, so that's very special for me. I have many, many, many people to thank because of whom I'm here. I'd like to start with my family. They're all so amazing. They're all here for me. My parents, my husband, my in-laws, my brother, my aunt, and my sweet baby Anj. They're all here, and of course the rest of my family in India, who would have also been here if it weren't for the pandemic. Thank you. You've all been so supportive. I'm so grateful to all of you. Thank you. My wonderful parents sacrificed so much to see me succeed in life. My mother is a go-getter. I have never seen her give up on anything that she has set her heart on. She's always encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and to do better. My father's support and encouragement, as well as his friendly and accommodating nature, helped me so much, and I also learned to adapt very quickly to various situations because of this. My caring in-laws taught me the importance of patience and being organized. Their positivity and encouraging words I'm extremely thankful for, and that kept me motivated. My husband has been my personal mentor, trusted guide and advisor and support system. Again, I could have never done this without them. For the past 3 years, the residency program has been my home. I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of all of you. I've learned so much. Although a family medicine practitioner is sometimes seen as a general practitioner by the muggles, I like to call it, or non-family medicine folk. I have to say that I met some phenomenal people, so passionate about family medicine that learning this specialty became an exciting adventure. I was able to learn the ins and outs of medicine and human behaviors through all the various challenges that I faced. The training could not have been possible with the excellent mentorship by our faculty. I want to thank Dr. Kluges for seeing potential in all of us, Dr. Klugin for keeping the fire of curiosity burning. Dr. Prouty was my faculty advisor for 2.5 years. I really enjoyed performing outpatient procedures with him, and he gave me some secret Dr. Prouty tips, which were really helpful. I still remember my very first procedure day with him. It was actually circumcision on 4 newborns at the hospital, and his words of encouragement made me feel like I was a superstar. So thank you so much, Dr. Prouty. Dr. El Sayed, I feel very lucky that you were here till the end of our training years. It's very rare to find such a talented faculty member who can also be a close friend to all the residents. I remember our very first meeting at the baseball game when I learned that you also grew up in Dubai, and I felt an instant connection with you. Dr. Nelson, thank you for spoiling me with all the Harry Potter gifts through the years. They really uplifted my mood, so thank you. I really learned how to be thorough with patients, not miss things from you, so thank you so much. Matt, thank you for always being available to listen. I learned so much about human nature, family dynamics by just interacting with you. And I really love that we have our common interest of the history of medicine. So it was very exciting, those discussions. Dr. Qureshi and Dr. Duchesne, you have both been amazing seniors, great friends, and great faculty members. Thank you so much. Shelley, thank you for your friendship and always finding ways to help. Amy and Alicia, you guys have always reminded me about the importance of doing things in a planned and organized way, although this is a little against my nature, but thank you. I realized how important that is. Dr. Lee is my dear cohort who is graduating with me, June. I treasure the friendship I have with you. You've been such a great office colleague, and I really enjoyed studying together for the boards. I'll always cherish those days. They were so exciting. And it was a really memorable time. Lydia and Chanda and all the other FPC staff, I really thank you so much for being a part of our journey, and I found amazing friendship amongst you. Special thanks to Bridget for letting me steal her food from the refrigerator. It really helped me get through clinic, so thank you. Is Heather here? Hi, Heather. I'll always cherish and remember the wonderful gardening tips that you've given me, and I hope to always talk to you about them. I thank all my fellow residents. We made a great team. Thank you so much. My advice for the junior residents: work hard, trust and enjoy the process, and you'll be successful. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you.